Hi, and welcome to Visible Access Media. And today we're going to show you how to annotate your video. So here we are at our own channel, and we are going to go up to the video manager up here and look at the various videos that we have uploaded. I'm going to choose this particular one, and it starts immediately. I'm going to pause that, and up at the top here at the tabs it says Edit, Enhancements, and Annotations. If we click on Annotations, we can see that the video starts again with a timeline here. Now, if we hit the play button, we see that the video starts here. I'm going to pause it here. Now, let's add an annotation that is going to be simply a title. If we go up to the tab that says Add Annotation, we have a number of choices here. We have Speech Bubble, Note, Title, Spotlight, Label, and Pause. So we are going to choose Title. Now immediately this box shows up here. We're going to just call this Good Morning. Now we have a few options here. If I extend this out a little, I can make it the way I want to make it look. We have a choice of either black or white, and I have chosen white because I think it's going to show up better. And we have three choices of font size. I'm leaving it at 72. Now as soon as we choose this, we'll notice that there, if you click down here where it says T, that is the length of that title. And you'll also notice that if you are clicked down here and you go up to where it says End and Start, as I am clicking this, it is lengthening and shortening how long this title will appear. Now, we just want this to go for a few seconds, so we're going to put this right here. We're going to drag our timeline back, and we're going to click away from it, hit go again. So our video shows up, and then our title comes in here. Now, I have noticed that it seems a bit long. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to shorten it up a little bit. Now let's add a speech bubble. So we're going to choose speech bubble, and we're going to move this, let's say down here, but we're going to move this to and make it appear after the title. So when the title switches off here, the speech bubble will appear. So let's pause this and say, I am a flower, with one correction. Okay. This is usually done to show something that someone is saying, but we do not have that here, so we're going to put it on the flower. Now, let's run this back and we'll see how that pops in. Good morning, and I am a flower. We also have a choice to give this a color over here. I'm going to make it blue. It's a little bit hard to read, but let's see what happens. I am a flower. The other option we have here is to add a link. Now, YouTube allows you to do a video, a playlist, a channel, subscribe, or a fundraising project. In this case, we're going to choose video. Now, what do? We have to go back and find another video, say on our own channel here, right-click, and say Copy Video URL. We're going to go back here, and to where this link is, we're going to paste this link in. And I'm going to click Open Link in New Window. So when it does appear, people will have the ability, if you want to show perhaps another video in the middle of your video, it will appear here and people will be able to click on that and open up another video. Now let's add a note after this annotation. So we're going to go Add Note. We're going to pull this over here and make this appear right after the other annotation comes up. So I'm going to edit this existing annotation, and I have typed in a flower. So I'm going to have it appear right after this other annotation comes up. And as soon as it appears here, there is a light marquee that appears around here. And when people run their cursor over it, you will notice that the word a flower appears here. Now again, I can add a link if you wanted to make a specific part of the video, a particular visual graphic appear to another video. You have the option to do that. Again, you can also make this appear as your personal playlist in your channel, or the channel itself, or subscribe, or these options here. So let's go to the next step, and we are going to add a label. This one is pretty self-explanatory. If we just wanted to graphically show somebody the name or the title of an existing graphic, we are going to type it into here, and I'm going to say another flower. You will notice that this puts a thicker marquee around here, so it's a little more specific, perhaps a little more attention-getting. So after the other annotation shows up, we'll see what happens here. And here it pops in, and when I run my cursor over it, it says another flower. Now we're going to pause, and we're going to look at the other final here. We have something that says pause. Now this is kind of an interesting annotation in itself. This gives us the option to literally stop the video for a few seconds if we want to make a particular point about something. So if I put a pause in here, you can see it appears as this little red line here. So we can see that the duration at this point is going to be about 11 seconds long. Let's see how that works in the real world. We're going to be watching our video here, and then it gets to the pause. It literally pauses, though the timeline is still running. Now if we like, we could at this point do this. Let's pause it, and right during this pause area here, I'm going to add another note, and I'm just going to say stop, and maybe add a larger font here. We're going to pull this into the middle of our pause, so when it does come up to the pause point, it will appear as this. So you can see at this particular point, the timeline is running, but yet the video itself has paused. You can add various notes, speech bubbles, and annotations to get you along your way. Now, if this is all we would wish to do today, we would simply hit publish, save it, and we will have these annotations to show to whoever we wish to show them to. We certainly hope this has helped you today. Thanks for watching Visible Access Media.